Hey Spurs fans, welcome back to another update on our San Antonio Spurs. Before we jump into today's breaking news, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. And here's something special for you. Everyone who subscribes and leaves a comment with their name and the city they're watching for will automatically be entered into our giveaway to win an official San Antonio Spurs jersey. So don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and comment your name and city below. Stay tuned, because the next Spurs fan wearing the jersey could be you. Victor Wembanyama just crossed a threshold that changes the conversation. First All-Star start, second selection, third season. That trajectory is not accidental. It is the product of relentless growth, sharper decision-making, and a defensive presence that bends games. For San Antonio, it is validation. For the league, it is a signal. The voting blend, half from fans, 1/4 from players, 1/4 from select media, rewards impact that resonates beyond box scores. Wembanyama's case is built on substance. Career best scoring, double-digit rebounding, sturdy playmaking, and elite rim protection, all on efficient shooting inside and credible accuracy from deep. Even with missed time due to a calf strain and a brief knee scare, his efficiency climbed, not dipped. The starter slate features the expected pillars of the Western and Eastern Conferences, and Wembanyama stands among them without apology. That placement is not ceremonial. It reflects a player who dictates possessions on both ends. He erases drives, Dieter's mid-range comfort, and turns contested shots into transition fuel. On offense, he stretches the floor, punishes switches, and finishes through contact. This season's All-Star format introduces a twist, 3 squads, round-robin action, and a blend of national and international identities. Few players are built for that environment like Wembanyama. His versatility allows him to anchor lineups with shooters, cutters, or downhill guards. He can screen, slip, pop, or seal, and on defense, he covers mistakes with length and timing that compress space. Coaching stakes add intrigue. With contenders jockeying for captaincy roles, lineup construction will matter. A coach who leans into pace and spacing will unlock Wembanyama's two-way value. Rim gravity on offense, deterrence on defense, and the connective tissue that turns good units into dominant ones. The right combinations will amplify his strengths and minimize the noise. San Antonio's rise under Mitch Johnson frames this moment. Sitting near the top of the conference, the Spurs have found identity, discipline, length, and a commitment to defense that travels. Johnson's words cut through the celebration. Potential is not achievement. That edge keeps the group hungry, and it suits Wembanyama's posture perfectly. Teammates see what opponents feel. Stephon Castle's assessment, no one matches Wembanyama's defensive presence, captures the reality. He does not chase highlights. He imposes order. Rotations tighten because he's behind them. Guards press up because he is waiting. Shooters hesitate because the window is smaller than it looks. Last year's All-Star cameo offered a glimpse of his mindset. He treated the exhibition like a proving ground, not a showcase. The viral exchange with Nikola Jokic was not about theatrics. It was about standards. He made it clear he is not there to make friends. He is there to work. That approach travels, and it elevates stakes in a format that often drifts toward entertainment. An MVP chase is not a slogan. It is a checklist. He will need volume without waste, defensive sequences that swing momentum, and a signature stretch where the game tilts because he decided it should. He has the tools, touch, timing, vision, and a competitive engine that does not cool. The stage is set. The margin is execution. The calendar adds weight. All-Star Weekend lands in mid-February at a venue built for spectacle, but the subtext is competitive. Players measure themselves against peers, coaches test combinations, and narratives harden. Wembanyama's first start is a milestone. What he does with it becomes the story. Consider the broader arc. A young star earns a starting nod not by hype, but by impact that survives scrutiny. He anchors a defense, expands an offense, and carries a franchise's expectations without blinking. That is rare. That is why this selection matters. One question to keep front of mind. When the game tightens and possessions matter, who dictates terms? If the answer is Wembanyama on both ends, the MVP conversation is not premature. It is earned. San Antonio will celebrate, then return to work. The Spurs' ambitions stretch beyond mid-season accolades, and Wembanyama's standard demands it. The start is a marker. The mission continues. For now, the headline stands. First All-Star start, second selection, third season. The ascent is real. The ceiling remains undefined. Before we go on, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. Your support keeps our Spurs coverage strong and brings you the latest updates straight from San Antonio. And jump into the comments. Tell us what you think about today's news.
The moment the announcement hit the airwaves, the NBA world froze in disbelief. The San Antonio Spurs, a franchise often associated with patience and care rebuilding, had just shocked the league by unveiling their newest acquisition, a star player from the Cleveland Cavaliers. The news spread like wildfire, igniting conversations, debates, and celebrations across basketball circles. What made the revelation so captivating was not just the identity of the player, but the sheer audacity of the move. For months, whispers had circulated that the Spurs were preparing something bold, but few believed they would actually pull the trigger. The Cavaliers star had long been considered untouchable, a cornerstone of Cleveland's ambitions. Yet here he was, suddenly draped in silver and black, ready to usher in a new era in San Antonio. The Spurs front office, led by a mix of seasoned executives and forward-thinking strategies, had orchestrated the deal with remarkable secrecy. Insiders now reveal that negotiations stretched late into the night, with both franchises weighing the risks and rewards. The final agreement stunned even the most connected analysts, who had not anticipated such a seismic shift. Fans in San Antonio erupted with joy. Social media platforms lit up with celebratory posts, videos of spontaneous street gatherings, and endless speculation about how the new star would fit alongside Victor Wembanyama. The excitement was palpable, a surge of energy that transformed the city overnight. The Cavaliers fanbase, meanwhile, reacted with a mix of shock and heartbreak. Losing a beloved figure was never easy, and the announcement triggered waves of emotion. Some expressed gratitude for the player's contributions, while others vented frustration at management for allowing such a departure. Cleveland suddenly faced the daunting task of redefining its identity without its marquee talent. National media outlets scrambled to cover the story, dedicating entire segments to analyzing the implications. Commentators debated whether the Spurs had dashed themselves into championship contention, while others questioned the Cavaliers' long-term strategy. The trade became the headline across every sports network, dominating discussions and overshadowing other league developments. Inside the Spurs locker room, the atmosphere was electric. Players spoke of renewed motivation, eager to prove that the team could rise to the challenge of competing against the Western Conference's elite. Wembanyama, already the face of the franchise, welcomed the new addition with a calm confidence, stating that he believed the move would elevate the team to new heights. The Cavaliers' locker room, in contrast, was filled with uncertainty. Teammates struggled to process the sudden departure, knowing that the chemistry they had built would need to be reconstructed. Coaches emphasized resilience, urging the squad to embrace the challenge of moving forward without their star. Economically, the trade had immediate repercussions. Spurs ticket sales skyrocketed, with fans desperate to witness the debut of the new duo. Merchandise sales surged, and local businesses anticipated a boost from the ignited interest in the team. The Cavaliers, however, faced decline in demand, as fans grappled with the emotional void left behind. League executives acknowledged the magnitude of the move. Privatelli, some admitted that the Spurs had altered the competitive landscape, forcing rival teams to reconsider their own strategies. The Western Conference, already a gauntlet of talent, now had to contend with a Spurs team armed with both youth and star power. Internationally, the announcement resonated strongly. Wembanyama's global following ensured that the Spurs were already under the spotlight, but the addition of CAVALIERS star amplified that attention. European and South America media outlets covered the story extensively, portraying San Antonio as the epicenter of basketball's latest revolution. The narrative surrounding the Spurs shifted dramatically. Once seen as a patin rebuilding project, the franchise was now viewed as bold, ambitious, and willing to take risks. Analysts praised the organization for adapting to modern NBA dynamics, where aggressive moves often separate contenders from pretenders. Cleveland's narrative, however, grew more complicated. Some analysts argued that the Cavaliers had positioned themselves for a future rebuild, stockpiling assets in exchange for their star. Others criticized the decision, suggesting that the team had surrendered its competitive edge too soon. The debate raged on, with no clear consensus emerging. The player himself addressed the media with grace, expressing gratitude to Cleveland while emphasizing excitement for the new chapter in San Antonio. His words struck a balance between respect for his former team and enthusiasm for the opportunities ahead. Fans admired his professionalism, even as emotions ran high. Spurs coaches immediately began strategizing, envisioning lineups and rotations that could maximize the synergy between Wembanyama and the new star. Practices took on a ignited intensity, with players eager to prove their worth in a sudden elevated environment. The sense of urgency was unmistakable. Cavaliers coaches, Meanville, focused on damage control. They emphasized the importance of unity, urging players to step into larger roles and embrace the challenge of filling the void. The message was clear, while the loss was significant, the team's spirit remained intact. The broader NBA community marveled at the spectacle. Rival players admitted that the Spurs had become a team to watch, while fans across the league debated whether San Antonio had just assembled the next powerhouse. The excitement extended beyond the city, capturing the imagination of basketball enthusiasts everywhere. As the dust settled, one truth became undeniable: the Spurs had shocked the NBA. Their boldness had redefined expectations, transforming them from a rebuilding project into a legitimate contender. The Cavaliers, though wounded, now faced the challenge of proving that they could endure and rebuild. The story continues to unfold, with every game offering new insights into the impact of the trade. For now, the Spurs base in the glow of their audacious move, their fans energized, their players motivated, and their future brighter than ever. The NBA, once again, has been reminded that in this league, surprises are always just around the corner.
The announcement of the Spurs acquiring the Cavaliers star has continued to reverberate across the basketball world, and the repercussions are growing more intense with each passing day. Fans, analysts, and even rival players are still processing the magnitude of the move, and the conversations show no signs of slowing down. In San Antonio, the atmosphere has transformed into one of pure exhilaration. The city, already buzzing with excitement over Wembanyama's rise, now feels like the epicenter of the NBA universe. Local businesses are capitalizing on the hype, with restaurants and bars hosting watch parties and theme nights celebrating the new era of Spurs basketball. The cultural impact is undeniable, as the team's success has become a source of civic pride. Nationally, the trade has dominated headlines, overshadowing other major stories in the league. Analysts on television and radio continue to dissect the implications, with some arguing that the Spurs have positioned themselves as legitimate title contenders. Others caution that chemistry takes time and the pressure of expectations could weigh heavily on the team. The debate itself has become part of the spectacle, keeping audiences glued to every update. In Cleveland, the emotional fallout remains raw. Fans are grappling with the loss of their star, and the franchise faces scrutiny over its decision-making. Some supporters have vowed to boycott games, while others cling to optimism that the assets acquired in the trade will eventually pay dividends. The Cavaliers' management is under immense pressure to prove that the move was not a surrender, but a strategic recalibration. Players across the league have also weighed in, with many expressing admiration for the boldness of the Spurs front office. Some have even hinted that San Antonio has become a more attractive destination for future free agents, given the team's willingness to make aggressive moves. The perception of the franchise has shifted dramatically from patient rebuilders to ambitious contenders. Internationally, the story has captured headlines in Europe, Asia, and South America. Wembanyama's global following ensures that any development involving him resonates far beyond the United States, and the addition of a Cavaliers star has amplified that attention. The Spurs are now seen as a team with worldwide appeal, and their games are drawing larger international audiences than ever before. Economically, the ripple effects are striking. Spurs merchandise sales have surged, with fans eager to showcase their support for the new roster. Ticket demand has skyrocketed, and resale prices have reached unprecedented levels. The Cavaliers, conversely, have seen a dip in demand, as fans struggle to reconcile their loyalty with the disappointment of losing a beloved figure. The NBA itself has benefited from the drama, as the trade has injected fresh excitement into the season. Television ratings for Spurs games have spiked, and league executives are thrilled with the renewed interest. The storyline has become a marketing goldmine, with broadcasters and sponsors eager to capitalize on the heightened attention. Within the Spurs organization, the mood is one of determination. Coaches and players are embracing the challenge of integrating the new star, while also managing the weight of heightened expectations. Practices have taken on a sharper intensity, and the team's focus is evident. The belief is growing that this roster has the potential to achieve something extraordinary. Ultimately, the repercussion of this news is that it has redefined the narrative of the NBA season. The Spurs, once seen as a patient project, are now viewed as bold contenders. The Cavaliers, though wounded, are cast as a team in transition, facing the daunting task of rebuilding. The basketball world remains captivated, and every game feels like another chapter in a story that has already shaken the league to its core. That's it for today's update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay on top of every exclusive San Antonio Spurs news drop, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. And don't forget, your opinion matters to Spurs Nation. Share your thoughts in the comments below. See you in the next video.